for us to come up. Okay, wave hello and let me start the music if I can find it. And here we go. Bingo.
So you want to be
I want to be a cool kid. Hanging with the in crowd. That's by Karen. Because my earpiece falls out. There we go. Wait for the bridge. I've started a whole new Zoom dance trend. Here we go. Bop, 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 bop. Okay, thank you to Serge Hoffman in Paris for recording the music and the voice for my lyrics. I appreciate that. I'm going to stop my sound sharing here. I'm Bonnie D. I'm here with Karen G, who just came back from an incredible trip to Australia for a birthday that we're not going to specifically talk about. Karen, welcome. How are you, world traveler?
Really, really good. So excited to be back. It feels like it's been ages, Bonnie.
It has been. You were on a long trip, 2 weeks. Can I read our opening poem just in case somebody hasn't
Yes,
seen it?
yes,
Is that
yes.
okay?
Please
I've
do,
got us.
definitely.
Okay. You may know us well, Bonnie D, and you got to wave when I call your name, Karen G.
Okay.
Seasoned in life. There's a key there. Free to be she or we. Face to face in social media's virtual space. We're content creators sharing our grace. Now on We Dish, we're here to play, lighting up the cybersphere in our own saucy way. I have somebody to tell you about that word. Riffing about culture, music, food for a start, wacky headlines, poetry, and our own original art. No politics here, just pure joy and delight. Join us live or on demand anytime, day or night. We won't be here at night, but you can find us. That's what on demand means. So tune in, enjoy as we smile, Karen smile, and connect on We Dish. We bring you fun you might never expect. Bonnie D and Karen G today. More Two Saucy Dames. Together we dish on life's many games. What'd you think?
I love it. So creative.
Listen, do you play Connections, the New York Times Connections game, where you get 16 words in a square and you have to put them into 4 groups of related words? You play that?
No, I've heard about
I
that.
I do, and I share. I do Blossom, I do Wordle, I do Strands and Connections. Well, one of the words, I'm not going to tell anybody a spoiler in case they play it and they haven't gotten to it yet, but one of the words today was sauce, SAUCE.
Oh my goodness.
And the meaning, I won't give away the category it belonged to, but the meaning was audacious. So they
Oh
meant
my.
they meant saucy. And I had to say that. I said that's not a premonition, that's a prescient that they knew we were going to be doing this today. So
I
Karen,
think
why don't
so.
you give us your little 25-word bio of who you are in case somebody doesn't know you by now? Shame on them. Go ahead, Karen.
Sure, I am a mom of 2 adult daughters, a wife, an author, an educator, artist, poet, and I'm a parent and family coach whose mission is to revolutionize parenting, to break this cycle of like anxious or just stressful parenting. It is possible to parent with peace instead of with stress.
And the name of your podcast
Letting go with Aloha. Thank
and the
you.
name of your books.
Mama's Gotta Let Go Without Losing Your Sanity. I'm 100 parenting tips inspired by the pandemic, and I'm one of 30 global authors in The Power to Rise Above, where I write The Gift of a Failed Suicide Attempt, which is a very inspiring and hopeful story.
Making a gift out of something that didn't start that way. Yes, that's who
Exactly.
you are. Well, I'm Bonnie D. I'm a live radio creator, producer, host, storyteller, playwright, artist, drummer, poet, creator of the 3 Minute Soundbite Thought Leadership Roundtable for some of the biggest tech companies in the world. Some of my shows are called podcasts because they're pre-recorded, but most of them are live. So I'm not a podcaster. I'm a live broadcaster. Early woman in tech back in the day. No, I'm not Grace Hopper, but I was coding in COBOL on a Xerox Sigma 6 CP5 mainframe. If you don't know what that is, find me and I'll tell you. Former stand-up, just trying to be funny sitting down now. There you go. And it's October 11th, and oh my goodness. Karen, let's do this a little differently than we usually do. This is your 8th time with me on We Dish Two
Wow.
Sauce. I know. I just did number 11 with Mary N. And I know with Sherry M. And I think I'm up to number 7 with Mary, and we're going to do that next week. And then I've invited many different women I've met through business, through my radio shows. And next week, I'm starting, I think it's going to be called We Dish, a Two Saucy Dame and a Cool Dude. And I'm going to
Oh, I
I'm
love it.
starting the male version. I don't know how many people want to be called cool dudes, but we'll find out. So Let's do a couple of OTTs off the top. Morning drink, coffee or tea? Which one? What do you prefer? And how do you prepare it, Karen?
Well, my coffee turns into a dessert and I add some ice cream in it. And my family always says, Mom, you don't drink coffee, you drink dessert. So whenever I have like a leftover like shake or some kind of creamery thing, it goes in my coffee. And it's a great way to start the day.
And you use leftover coffee. And when do you brew the coffee? For what time of day do you actually
Oh
brew the
no, I
coffee?
do instant. So I either do, the packets.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sometimes they're
Okay.
Vietnamese, sometimes they're like, from the Thai and I just add a little bit of ice cream and it totally changes the taste. It might not be healthy, but it makes me smile and
Oh,
I'm ready for the
it's
day.
healthy. If it makes you smile, it's healthy.
Yeah, I
That's
love
a
it.
known scientific fact. I once in a while put ice cream in my morning drink, but I can't tolerate caffeine anymore. I would be on the
Mm.
ceiling. You'd have to pull me down. Even decaf does that to me. It's like, what? So
Whoa, decaf?
a decaf. Oh yeah, I can have decaf tea, peppermint tea, but in the morning I make a banana shake. And I learned this years ago when I take about 6 to 8 ounces of 1% milk. I have one of those single serves shakes that it has about 12 ounces in the cup, and you could actually take the cup and drink from it. There's a little lid and a little blender bottom, and I'll put in 6 to 8 ounces of milk depending on my mood, and one medium ripe banana and frozen sliced strawberries if I'm in the mood, a
Ooh,
little shake of ginger, which is good for blood circulation and all of that. And then I will
Bonnie. Uh-oh, Bonnie's frozen for a bit.
this is the kind of blender, Karen, where you have to hold it. You don't have an on-off switch. You hold it, and then you stop, and then you stop. And because one of my grandpuppy dogs likes to bark at the door sometimes, just ruh, ruh, ruh. It's like
Mm-mm-mm.
so I'll do that's in honor of Amos. And then I'll do, and then I'll do the seven, and then I stop. And then I put a straw in, a clear plastic straw that I brush and keep clean. I don't use throwaway straws. And I'll bring it in my office or wherever I am in the house and drink it. Sometimes I add a little bit of cocoa powder to it and make it a
Ooh.
chocolate strawberry banana. And that's my breakfast. Oh, but what I want to tell you was I keep natural vanilla Breyers ice cream in the freezer. And once in a while, when I'm in a good mood, I'll take, or when I'm in a feeling I need a good mood, I'll
You
take
need a good mood.
a couple of spoonfuls of that and put it in the blender, and it makes it like
Bitch, I think we have the same blender because don't you love it? You go, you don't have to
I
turn on the
know,
off.
I know. It's almost
Greatest
like the bullet,
invention.
but it's a cheaper version of the bullet.
Mm-mm-mm.
Next topic. You're in Hawaii. I have no idea. Do you celebrate Halloween? What does it mean to you? Do you get dressed up? Do you have trick-or-treaters? Do you do a party? What do you do? Trick or treat or not? Halloween or not?
Well, we live in an older neighborhood, so we've realized the past years it just gets less and less because I think people have Halloween parties or they have it, at the mall. But when I was younger, even in my 20s and 30s, it was a huge thing where we all dressed up, and it's a big thing in Hawaii.
Really? And what's your favorite Halloween costume that you and your husband have ever coordinated your costumes, or what do you go as if
I
you go to a
was
party?
a princess, and he was, like Beauty and the Beast. So he had like this monster thing. And then my daughter Sabrina, who's 28, was probably like 2, and she was a fairy. And he hand sewed her wings. We still have them. I can't throw it away.
He's a
He
keeper.
was so he was so stressed at the time, but I'm like, no, it's okay. We'll just get him. No, and then every night, sew these feathers on felt.
He is a keeper. Oh my goodness gracious. And so you don't have much in the way. We don't have young kids where I live right now. So, and we didn't when I lived in Durham. So I haven't had to buy candy. And if I do, it's for me. So, I try not to give into those sales. Okay. And my favorite costume was, I think I was a swami or a fortune teller
Ooh,
with a scarf around and a fluffy blouse and a big skirt. And I think
I love
my
that.
daughter's birthday is a couple of days after Halloween, so we'd have a Halloween themed party when we were living on Long Island with her for her friends, and I dressed the house up or the apartment. It was half a house we lived in, first floor, second floor of a two-family house, and I would be the Swami, and I think I'd had a crystal ball, and I had the girls
Ooh.
pick little fortunes out of a hat, and I read that it was cute, it was fun, but haven't done Halloween in ages. Okay, let's see, we have one more here. Your purse. I don't have, since you and I don't live near each other and we've never seen each other IRL in real life, I have no idea if you even carry a purse when you go out, a backpack. I don't know what you carry, a tote. But when you leave the house, Karen G, what are the top 3 to 5 things besides your phone that you absolutely have to have in that purse? Talk to me.
I do carry a purse, and I always need lip balm. I always need some kind of napkins because someone spills something, or I'm never without it. I'm always with some kind of snack because
Uh,
you never know. You never know where you are, whether it's nuts or candy or something. And what's the fourth one? Oh, I always have some kind of note paper. I'm not a, I don't like to do the phone thing. I just get it because you never know when you're inspired, right?
absolutely.
So if you don't have a
Absolutely.
pen and a notepad, I feel naked. I just need those.
We don't want, speaking of feeling naked, I always keep an extra pair of pierced earrings, hanging earrings in my purse
Oh my
in case
goodness.
I left the house without my earrings, which horror, how could that ever happen? I have at least 2 of my red lipsticks. I like a brand that has a case that I like the color of the case. So
That's
it's
a
either,
pretty case.
isn't that pretty? These are, this is Pleasure Me Red Creme 547 and it's
What
Maybelline.
brand?
Maybelline.
Wow. Because your lipstick is always so,
Thank you.
it's
Here's
there.
the
You can tell.
purple. Here's the purple one. The label didn't come off well. I have purple. I have about 4 of these. I keep 2 in my purse and 2 in my office and 1 in the bathroom. So I always have my red lipstick with me.
I think every bag should have a lipstick, don't you think? Because you
I think
never
so
know.
too. And I carry a checkbook. And the reason is that here where I live in Tennessee, if you pay by credit card, any small business will charge you
There's a
3%
fee, right?
extra.
Percentage.
Yes. Yes. So I pay by check at the hair salon, but I can use a credit card at the grocery store. That's okay. I probably have a plastic fork and knife and spoon and a napkin and a little package in the bottom of my
That
purse.
is
I have
smart.
some tissues. I don't carry a wallet. I carry a little purse, a little zipper purse. It came with a whole set of 5 of them, small, and I have my credit cards and a little bit of cash in that purse so that if anybody looked at my purse, they wouldn't see a wallet. Oh, there's a wallet. They would know what it was. They absolutely wouldn't know what it was. And what else do I have in there?
I'm glad you said cash. Do you know
Oh
that
yeah,
very few people
very few.
carry
Very
cash and you don't know whether it's parking or sometimes go to libraries or is cash only?
Yep.
You're ready.
Yep, absolutely. Just a little bit. And then I carry a little container of mints and some cough
I was
drops.
gonna say that. I was gonna say
Some of
that.
my Luden's cough drops. I keep
Oh,
about
those
3
are
of
my
those in
favorite.
my purse. In case I'm somewhere without water and I get dry, I'll suck on one of these and it will help me soothe my throat. So that's what I carry in my purse. And everybody knows too much about us
That's a fun
personally.
drink. That's a fun question.
Do you have any poetry for us today or do you want to do art?
I do. You know what? I will do visiting childhood memories.
Okay, go ahead. I
Okay.
have 3 little poems. You do one of yours, I'll do one of mine. Go.
Okay, sounds good. Visiting childhood memories, we may cry at what our brain sees. Our inner child yearns to be loved. Our hearts sometimes feel like it's crushed. Suppressed memories are a sign. Your mind shuts down, you don't feel fine. Healing can take place if you dare. You'll learn to hug yourself and care. This journey may cause you pain, but there's so much more you'll gain. The time you invest in yourself will be worth more than any wealth. So,
Wow, that's lovely. That's
thank
lovely.
you.
You know, I belong to the Writers Digest Wednesday poetry group,
Yes, yes, yes.
and November's coming up soon, and we'll be doing the poem a day challenge. I'll be writing 3 to 5 poems every day for the month of November, and then they want us to
3 to 5.
that's once you get in the mood. It's a double or triple
Yeah, yeah.
haiku. It's a limerick. It's probably an acrostic, and that's my minimum. And I just wake up every morning early and do those. However, the poet they want us to create a chapbook, which is just a PDF or a book in Canva of our favorite 20 poems, and then submit it, and they grade them or something, and they give winners out. I wouldn't win wonderful poets on,
Wow.
so that would be the assignment. But then we'll go back to one once a week during December. So the poetry, the prompt last week was write a TELE poem. Tell us something with a word that had TELE for the prefix. So I'm the comic on the site. I usually
Yes.
somebody said you always make everything so fun. I'll say in the top of my poem when I post it, I'll say something like I'm just in a silly mood today, so people know. So this is called telecabulary. Okay.
Oh my gosh, I love
So
that.
Here we go. Telecasters love to telecast. Telecommuters get there fast. Teleconferencing's great for telegenic. Television looks, feels, sounds authentic. I made up that word. Telegram by telegraph sent in the days of old. Telegraph messages. Hello, stop, you've been told. Telemarketing, telepaths try telekinesis. Telemedicine, remote practices a thesis. Teleport worked great in the Star Trek show. It's 2024. Telling me true. What the heck do we know?
Oh, you got to send that to me. Send that to me via email.
Our transcoder is frozen, so I can't see us live. We're just sitting there with our mouths open, but I know that we're still streaming. So yes, the streaming, they're blinking. So I think we're okay. You're blinking? Yes, you're blinking. That's why I keep looking over. So it'll be fine. So let's do another one, Karen. What have you got?
Another
poem? Another
poem? Okay, I actually saved 2. I just printed 2. This is Our Chaotic Minds.
Ooh,
okay.
Heavy, yep.
Always sends us signs. Fears you feel are false. Don't believe those thoughts. The power to choose. Do you feel confused? Deep breathe and listen. Make it your mission. Learn to just let go. Your brain will scream, no. Release any fears. Immerse yourself in tears. Embrace your feeling. Then you'll start healing. Make friends with your mind. Practice just being kind.
Kind. That was lovely. I liked immerse yourself in tears because we're told, oh, don't cry. Don't cry. Wipe those tears. Well,
exactly. We need to know that it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay to cry. Cry. I remember Destin once said, I was feeling sad about my dad, and he said, cry. And somehow when you're given permission to cry, it's very, right? You're not like, no, don't cry. Just like,
Yep.
embrace.
Sometimes it is. Absolutely. I have another poem, and another week, the prompt, we get a prompt every week, and the prompt was the word resource or resource. So I turned it into resourceful. And this is a parody. Are you ready? Okay. This is for anybody who works now or has worked in corporate or been in corporate in the human resources department. Here we go. HR was long ago easy to define. People were resources. Okay, well and fine. Then we were assets, counted like chairs, sounded less human, like a number of wares. Then HCM made its debut one day. Human capital management, they'd say. Sounded so harsh, but it stuck for a while. Ah, the changing hues of corporate style. Talent management, then the new kid on the block. But people operations soon kept us on the clock. Employee experience, employee success soon arose. HR is keeping us on our tippy toes. Next, AI algorithms climbed on board. Our job applications were humanless scored. Could a robot soon be your CEO? Comic Jackie Gleason said, and away we go. So people, how do you want to be led? Just think it over when you get out of bed.
Wow.
You like that?
That is real. That is funny, but it's so true because who knows? Your boss might be AI one day,
Absolutely. And some people's are. So those are my 2 poems for the week. You want to share some pictures of your Australia trip, Karen? Are you ready?
Okay. I know you will guide me.
Yes. Go to share and share your screen.
Okay. Wait. I wonder if is it just here? It says, there it is.
No, wait a minute. Let me get.
Wait. Full screen?
Yep.
Can you see it?
Let me get out of share because I'm still sharing the sound here. Yes, we've got you.
Okay.
It's beautiful. Okay. Oh, tell us what is this?
Pickles. Pickles the koala is eating eucalyptus. And it's so funny because every so often they'll change the koalas out. And when they grab the koalas, they're like, no, I don't want to go because they're just munching away. But then they go and then they're replaced. But it's beautiful. The most amazing experience. So let's see.
And you look wonderful. You look so happy.
Oh, right. This was my dream come true. This and then the koala. So I mean the kangaroo. No, okay. So you have to guide me.
So
not sure how do I
go wherever that picture is on your desktop. Just exit out and go to the next picture. Just hit X. Do you see it on your desktop? Or
thing. I don't have a It's not.
Then you know what? Stop sharing. Oh, there you go.
There. Okay, I guess I just had to click it.
Yes, that's it. And who is this? Who are these?
This is when my husband and I are feeding this. All the kangaroos are just laying down. There must have been 12 just laying down. And this one kangaroo just came up to us, and someone gave me a little bag of kangaroo food. And what's funny is right after I fed him, Bonnie, he decides to sneeze and it goes on my leg, goes on my hand. And so you hear the video go, ew, but then followed by laughter. But they are so docile.
Karen, are you
So-
there?
I'm here.
Karen?
Oh no, I'm right here. You can't
okay,
see
no,
me?
you just stopped for a second. Your voice stopped for a second.
Okay.
So what was in the bag? Tell us again. What were you feeding?
Someone said, "Hey, do you want some kangaroo food?" And it looked like little pellets. And
Really?
they were never, I guess they're never full. Once in a while, they would just, turn their head away. But other than that, they kept eating and eating and eating. And they're so docile. One of my friends said, don't they, you see them boxing, you see them very aggressive. But I think
Mhm.
these are just used to visitors just every day throughout the day.
Lovely.
So that was my
Maybe
dream.
there was pepper in the pellets and that's why he sneezed.
I love it.
Sorry.
Maybe. Okay,
And
wait a minute. It worked the last time, but when
Yeah.
I clicked it, it is not doing it, Bonnie.
Okay, you want to stop sharing and come back with your next share? You could do
Yeah,
that.
maybe.
Stop
Brilliant.
there you go. Okay, you want me
Okay.
to share you finish your sharing. Go
Oh,
ahead.
wait. I have one last one because
Yeah,
this one is quite
please.
a story. Wait.
Oh my, yes, it's gorgeous.
So we walked up. It was a 3-hour walk on these
What?
very narrow. You see, some of it is kind of rusty.
What?
And but we are connected. So even if you let go, you fall, you are connected by all these safety things, and you're in this suit. But we had the full moon on one side and the sunset on the other. So I was very scared, but there was an 80-something-year-old man in front of me. And one of the stories was that an 85-year-old, he's done it. Ready? 136 times.
No.
I'm not sure if I'll do it again. One of my students said, "No offense, Miss Karen, but I didn't think you were going to make it." Well, when I saw an 8-year-old, it was the day before. Yeah, I'll share my age. It was the day before I turned 16. I thought, you know what? Why not do something scary? But once we were up there, it was like, this is great. And then I said, so how long is the walk down? Oh, about an hour. And I was like, okay. I just thought one step.
That's the city of Sydney behind you, yes?
Yes.
And what time of day is this by the time you got there?
It's about 5.
5 in the afternoon.
5 in the afternoon.
That is.
So we came back. It was kind of sunset sun had set, but the most amazing experience. I'm telling my daughters, if all of us go as a family, I'll do it again.
How many people were on this walk with you and Thomas?
Oh, there must have been about 12 of us. I heard that Oprah took 100-something people. They show like different celebrities who've done it. But Bonnie, the kicker is there were about 4 of them who had just done the marathon the day before.
Oh my
And
goodness.
they thought, why not? Why not just add the bridge climb?
Karen, this needs to be printed and framed or put into a family album or put on a wall somewhere. This is a phenomenal
Thank you.
picture.
I should.
The happiness, the joy, the dimples, the sunset, the picture. It's framed just absolutely beautifully. It's a perfect picture. It's lovely. Thank you.
Yeah, when I look at that, whenever I look at that, I will, it is memories, right? Memories of, wow.
Yes.
We've lived. When we think, what are we doing with our lives? Just think, hey.
Absolutely. Okay,
thank you.
Thank you. Oh,
now it's your turn.
Beautiful. Well, I don't have anything as dramatic as that. I've got a couple of photographs I took, but nothing that dramatic. Let's see. Let me do a screen share here, and I never know where it's going to show up on which of my screens. So just bear with me here. Okay. So I've got all my photos here. You know what? I could just.
Oh my gosh! It's your birthday cake.
This was my birthday cake. My daughter brought it, and of course I'm only 12.
Oh, I love it.
I'm only 12, so I think they're 17 candles. So we're re-celebrating my 17th. Let's see what else I wanted to show you. I'll show you my puppies. No,
your puppies are adorable. Let's see.
Let me see what we've got. Oh, this is Amos. This is Amos.
Amos.
One of my grand puppies, and the other one is Jakey. And Jake had a cone on because he's got a little itch on his feet, so we didn't get to see much of him. But anyway, what else did I want to show you? Homemade soup. This is, I'm not going to show my family, but
Oh,
this
okay,
is
okay.
through the
That is
window.
beautiful.
This is outside one of my windows. I didn't realize. Look at all the texture here. Can you see that? This is
Yes,
the
I can see it.
this is the sun. This was on my birthday at 8:39 a.m. and the sun was coming through the window and I just held the camera up and took it. I didn't realize how gorgeous this was. This is a
Very
picture. This
gorgeous.
is not doctored. This is not edited. It's just the sun coming through the trees outside.
It almost
And
looks like
let's see.
acrylic, when you have the little spider
It
webs.
does. It does. And this was the sun blasting on the birdhouse outside at the curb of my.
Wow.
The sun was so bright. This was October 9th, Wednesday. I never thought of showing pictures this way. 7:51 in the morning, I woke up, I looked outside. I thought somebody had a flashlight, had a flare on my property.
I was gonna say it looks like that.
These are little bubbles. I have holiday lights in my window. So this is inside, but this is all the way out on the curb. There's a border here with a wooden fence outside. But this yellow, it's basically painted white. It is not yellow. And the sun was,
What?
yes, this is painted white there. And this was the sun, the morning sun hitting it, hitting the leaves from the maple tree. And this is bright yellow, as though somebody went out and dumped yellow paint on it. This is not yellow at
I
all.
would not believe that. I thought for sure that's the color of it was, and
I
it was just the
know.
sun that was shining.
I know.
That is amazing.
And this is the sun on, come on, you. What's not working here? There we go. This is the sun in my bedroom on a painting I did. This is
Wow.
coming in through the bedroom window, and you can see the sun on the left third of it. And this was done with glitter glue, and this was done with, I think, acrylics and my kitchen scraper. I paint and then I scrape down to the canvas to see what's below it, and that's where you get all of these squares.
The
And then
squares
I squares. I do it with a
from a
metal
scraper?
scraper. From a scraper. I scrape through the paint once it's semi-dry because I had a painting underneath it. And this is what you see. And then I outlined them in gold glitter glue.
Beautiful.
Isn't that cool? That's interesting. And
The
let's
the
see what,
sun really adds to that.
yes. And let me see if I have one more for you.
Wait, what
This
is
is,
that?
what
It's
is what?
right underneath far left, the third picture. It's like a
Oh, yes,
that
this.
one, that one.
This is a picture of a vase. My family sends me flowers on key birthdays or every birthday. And this is a vase that I had on this. There's a sill. It's a pass through from the kitchen to living room. And it was just catching the light. And I thought, what an interesting
It
thing to
looks like
take
a
a picture of.
painting you did.
Yeah, it's just a picture of a vase through the glass. Is that something?
Wow, we should do pictures. Yeah, that isn't it
We
amazing?
should do
Sometimes you just,
Yep.
yeah, that is just
And, and
amazing.
and this is when green screen fails before a show and it takes the background. See the with too saucy background, it makes it my clothes. And the green
Oh
shows
my
up.
gosh, that is so
It's
cool.
very cool. And this is me, and it took my clothes and it replaced them with, and
You
I've got
need a blouse like that, Bonnie.
I know. We're gonna. So I saved these green screen oopses, it's called. I saved the green screen oops, and let me see if I've got another one to show you. And I think that's about all I'm going to show you. Oh, one more. This was, yeah, just the sun coming through the trees. No big sun, but this was this morning
Wow.
at 8:55, and I
That
thought it was
amazes me. It's so early in the morning and
so pretty, so pretty. So I'm
so
going to
that's
stop.
near your house?
That's one of my trees on my property. I've got 4 yards, Karen. I've got
Four
I
yards.
have a third of an acre and there's a front yard, a side yard, a backyard, and another side yard. So I've got about 25 mature trees here. Some of them are 40, 50 feet
Wow.
tall. Yeah, that's really cool. So we did our pictures, we did our poetry. I think I have one more poem to read, and then we're going to do our wacky headlines. But
Oh,
this one,
can I just do one
yeah,
poem
yeah,
that
yeah,
I mean one
yeah,
not one poem, but one painting that I did in honor
yeah,
of my trip,
sure. Oh, it's a koala.
the koala.
How cute. How
Okay,
adorable.
so what were you gonna share before
I have
our
one quick poem. I don't know. Do you speak any French?
no,
Are you familiar with
but I know that you always count down in French.
you're familiar with the yes on my shows. Are you familiar with the song, the autumn song, the falling leaves go
Oh
by
yeah,
my
yeah,
window?
yeah.
Well, the French name for that is les feuilles mortes. Feuille is Feuilles. It's French for leaves, and mort is dead. So here's one of my limericks I wrote, and it was for a fall poem. This was Wednesday, September 25th, and the prompt was write a fall poem. So I called this fall apostrophe ing, fall ing.
Okay,
And this is
okay.
my standard limerick. There once was a broadcaster named Red. On this Wednesday, before all's done and said, looked out the window at such a view, magnolia leaves like frisbees sailing through. So she hummed, "Les feuilles mortes," and then she ate French bread.
That was my favorite part.
That was my favorite part too. I don't think anybody on the site got it. I don't think they got
That
it at
that
all.
was that's a shocking ending. I love that. That is so.
Thank you very much. So you got a couple wacky stories for me,
I
Karen?
have two, and I believe they're really wacky. The first one, I don't know what caused this man to have such bad luck, but he was in Chicago. I think it was in the past year. So his first bad luck thing was he fell on the street and he was injured. Okay.
Hmm.
Then he recovered, and then I don't know what happened. He was hit by a car. Then he recovered, and he slipped under the wheels of a train, and that is how he ended his life. I don't know why. I don't mean to. The next one is a little.
Go
It's
to the
not as
happier
dreary.
one. Go to
Yeah,
the happier
well,
one.
I don't know if this is a happier one, but it's a very bizarre one. Okay, so
Go
there's
ahead.
a Thai woman who's a teacher, and she wanted to go viral. So she decided to eat something very bizarre, but it ended up costing her a possible $14,000 penalty and 5 years in prison because why I was drawn to this. It's very it's not a very good visual, but she pulled a bat's wings off,
Oh my
did
gosh.
and ate it, posting it on Facebook and TikTok. Then she had a bowl of broth with tomatoes, multiple dead bats, and decided that this is what she wanted as a teacher. But because it was possession of protected wildlife carcasses, that's the $14,000 possible penalty. 5 years in prison. Now that
Protection
I look
of
back, I don't know
wildlife.
why I decided to choose this, but I think it was so bizarre.
Where was this? Where was this?
Thailand. She was a teacher in
Oh
Thailand.
my God.
What would possess a teacher to think of it and then put it on Facebook and TikTok? You can go viral, but do not do something that you
Obviously,
know how I went.
she was bored.
Yeah, that's what it was.
She was bored. Well, I have a
She was
headline
bored.
for you about where you were just visiting.
Ooh,
Australians now have the right to disconnect from after hours work notifications. Did you know that? The
I love
rule is
that.
protecting workers' free time. While a boss can continue to message a worker whenever they want, employees can no longer be punished for not responding or reading messages when they're off the clock, unless their refusal is deemed unreasonable, the BBC reports. Per the Australian Council of Trade Unions, the goal is to create improved life-work balance, work-life balance, that's a joke. It's a concept that's increasingly out of reach in the digital era with work messages at our fingertips in our kitchens, our closets, our bedrooms, maybe even our beds. But when achieved, the balance can benefit employees and employers. Any organization with staff who have better rest and better work-life balance are going to have staff who are less likely to have sick days, less likely to leave. This is what a manager told the BBC. So that's number one.
That needs to be global, don't you think? Because so many people are answering texts at 11 at night or,
But
5 in the
but
morning.
but when we're global, I get messages at 2 in the morning here Eastern
Well, see,
time.
that's the thing with Thomas because East Coast, right? It's like 2 in the morning, our time, but it's already 8 in the morning in New
Yeah,
York. So what do
I
you do,
I work with people who are in London and Germany, and they've already started their day, and they don't think,
Yeah,
oh, she's
yeah.
sleeping. It's 1:55 in the morning. So I keep my phone message, my ringer on in case it's family or anybody really needs me. And once in a while, I will hear it and it'll wake me up. I want to share the next one. I think is very, very cute here. Let me share my screen and let's do this.
I'll try to find cute ones next time.
This is cute. Why
Oh
do
my
so many women wear
gosh.
giant eyeglasses? And a reporter for the Times, Vanessa Friedman, is a fashion reporter, and she wanted to know why women are looking. And it turns out that the reference isn't Mr. Magoo, it's Edna Mode from The Incredibles. So people are starting to wear large, very large glasses. And Carrie Donovan, who was the fashion editor, was in a 1990s Old Navy ad, and Jenna Lyons, who was a former J. Crew designer and now a Real Housewife of New York, wear giant glasses with big frames. And they thought, why? Well, the analysis, Karen, is the teenagers really don't want to be seen with glasses. They are wearing contact lenses. I didn't know this. But as you get older, sometimes your Vision isn't as good as it used to be because glasses were not cool. So they're wearing these and you see them everywhere. I need to get a pair of those. So especially when you see you add in the Andy Warhol factor, which is Andy.
Mm.
He wore a platinum wig. I don't have a picture of him. A platinum wig because when he did it, everybody noticed the hair color and didn't care that it was a wig. So they say also women had big sunglasses when they were hiding from the paparazzi. Think of Jackie Kennedy. So the
Yes.
question is also that apparently the new lighter glasses don't sit properly on the faces of some of these women. So the story goes that this woman, Jenna Lyons, took her sunglasses, which were large. She punched out the lenses, went to her optometrist and said, "Give me corrective lenses." And she started one of these fashion trends of big glasses, which were the sunglasses with corrective lenses. So they say you can look nerdy, you can look studious in a good way, and you create your own stereotype, and that's the way it is. So anyway, I thought you'd get a kick out of that.
I love that.
We changed sides suddenly. I was on the right and you're on the left now. And then I have one more, and this is for you. Let me share my screen one more time. And let me go to screen share, and I think you'll love this. Okay, this, Karen, is a sea cucumber that
Oh
glows.
my gosh.
They are
I love
they're
it.
bioluminescent. They're called scotoplanes or the sea pig.
The
Like
sea pig.
like jellyfish, fungi, sea worms, and fireflies, some species of sea cucumbers glow in the dark. A team of researchers in Japan found 10 deep sea invertebrate species of bioluminescence in their natural habitat. And there's a new book coming out called The World of Sea Cucumber. I don't know whether this was last year. It says it's being published in November. There are 1,200 species
Well,
of
we have some here in
cucumbers.
Hawaii, but that is that looks like an alien.
And they say some shoot out a tangle of sticky noodle-like goo from their butts when they are
Oh,
provoked. So don't provoke one. The light emitted by the bioluminescent animals is produced by energy from internal chemical reaction, sometimes ejected from the organism. It's a mystery, but it can evade predators, find food, or be a way of communicating. So there is a sea cucumber. Is that
you
cool?
need to send me that. I'm going to share it with my students. That is like
I
such a
will.
great reading comprehension
I
plus
will.
cool photo.
So I have luminescent sea cucumbers, and you've got women eating bat wings. Okay. And dying under trains. Karen, what were you thinking? Let me get the
Well, you
music
know what?
ready.
We are laughing or enjoying it. This
We
is the
are.
highlight of my day, even though it's
Uh,
9:41 a.m. I am just I think it's helping me. Look, no congestion. I was worried about me needing a Kleenex. I think our
oh,
energy
you're
is so
fine.
healing. And it
Yep.
was
Oh,
just,
I
and
like
thank you for
that.
guiding me on my sharing
Oh,
my Oz photos.
you're absolutely fine with that. You're very, very welcome. So let me just close out here. Let me get the music going. I've got all kinds of things open on my desktop now. And let me get the music up. And a shout out to Serge Hoffman. He spells that with two N's at the end. He is the digital, very talented composer. He's retired now and making music for people all over the world. And
Wow.
I wrote the lyrics. Next time we get together, I'll actually read the lyrics I wrote. And he sings
Yes.
and created the music. So let me get started here. Let me start it over, play it from the beginning. Let's get the volume up. And come on,
Somebody,
you.
I
There,
think I
know who it's going to be. Let me start the. Here we go. So you want to go live here? I don't know what I'm listening.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
There we go. I never know what's coming up on my Apple Music. Sometimes I get old recordings. There was a webinar on meditation the other day. Well, over the song, Sherry and I were saying, "Where's that coming?"
I saw that.
I don't know. I left it in. Thank you for listening and watching. We hope we made your day because we made ours. Here we go. Here's the bridge. Bop, 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 bop.